Welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. This is like one of the only two Zelda games on the GBA. And I was extremely surprised by this one. This is one I never played back at the time. Ignore that. That's my practice file. Got Mecha Brian joining me once again.
This is the only one that's actually an original game. The other one was a remake.
Yep. Plus 4 swords, which is pretty minimal.
Yeah.
As far as the game. Our hero this time around is Gunkle. Gunkle with a lowercase g. That was a group effort. I didn't ask my patrons this time. I decided to go back to the fountain of wealth that is TheStrawhatNO members. That was a little bit of me, a little bit of Yoshi, but mostly Jacob's partner, CJ.
The lowercase g is the exclamation point on this name.
Exactly. It ends up fitting much better than I ever thought. But Minish Cap is an interesting game. I didn't play it back when it came out, and I really should, because I was very positively surprised by this one. It holds up remarkably well, and one thing that I like about it, as we go through this, it doesn't connect too much to the other Zeldas. It is technically an origin story for Vaati, the boss of the Four Swords games. This is how he came about, how the Four Sword came about. But it doesn't connect too much to the other games. It ends up sort of existing in its own world, and because of that, it remains remarkably fresh compared to a lot of other Zeldas, particularly the portable ones.
Well, more importantly, it's the origin story for Link's hat.
One of them.
Yeah, so this game is one of the portable Zeldas that just shines above all the others. I mean, it took everything that was great about the other ones and got rid of everything that was not so great. It's just good. It's good. And it's the Toon Link style that we get from Wind Waker, which makes me love it even more.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the animations, the sprite work. Everything pops.
Also, hey Zelda, you're already here.
Everybody is doing that classic 2D thing of standing in a walking animation.
Right. I love that Gunkle's uncle is a badass blacksmith.
I think that's his grandpa.
I like Uncle better because it goes with the theme.
Gunkle with a C.
Yet another Zelda game that starts with the protagonist asleep.
Look at that forward leap, though. So a couple of things immediately that push this above the GBC games. One, you've got a roll, which makes getting around a lot faster. And also you can cycle really fast to the text boxes if you want.
Yeah, you can accidentally skip some dialogue. Also, if you're into speedruns, get used to that roll. Try watching any speedrun of this game and they roll all over the place.
Play it normally and you'll roll all over the place.
That's true. There are a couple techniques you can learn later, too, that make the roll even better.
It looks like he quietly snuck it into my hands. Don't let Zelda see this.
You can't have weapons in the market, just smuggle this in.
To their face. And she absolutely acts like it.
Right.
Grandpa Smith and his grandson Gunkle. Once the cutscene is over, if you talk to people again, they basically just repeat what they already said.
You just took his commission for making the sword.
I'm a kid, I'm the one who needs it.
Well, I guess I'm not having dinner today.
This is what I think of your grandpa.
As you taunt him.
We can also pick up all the grass. We don't need a power bracelet this time. At least not yet. I like the jaunty little music.
Right, I'm gonna make a point about the music. The music's good, but it suffers from the GBA's terrible music output. It has that it's coming through a staticky stereo type sound.
In a couple places, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not this game's fault, it's just the hardware.
There's a couple places I like it, like it sounds like a synth bass, but it's very bassy, and I like that. Otherwise, the compositions are really good.
Yeah, the music itself is great.
I did have a problem, and as we're commentating this, it hopefully shouldn't be in the final video. I should have caught it and fixed it, but every time I entered and left an area, there was a static pop. I don't know if anyone experienced that while playing on the console. I am playing this emulated. But it was a weird thing. It was very consistent.
I don't recall getting that on the actual hardware.
But this is cool. One of the core elements of the Minish Cap is the mythology of the Picori, which is something that we don't see in any other game, not even the later Four Swords games, or previous, whatever direction you're coming at this from. But they're thumb-sized creatures that only children can see.
Don't say they're elves.
And they're the people that make the legendary sword for this game. We don't get the Master Sword, we get the Picori sword.
Too bad it's only the size of a toothpick.
That said, if you can poke an enemy, it still kills them.
I love the goofy three-eyed monster on that shop to the left.
Yep.
It's like, hey, come on in here!
That area's fun. That's the monster rush for the game. You don't unlock that until pretty late.
Yeah, the town's got a lot of cool buildings in it.
I see Beetle to the right.
Yeah, and Broccoli Hair Man that you're talking to.
Yep, there's a broccoli hair man that sells vegetables, and the lady with the bananas down there, she sells fruits later. They're just there, you don't really interact with them. Sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah.
Got some Santa vibes from them.
Right. It makes children behave. Be good, kids, or the Picori will eat you in your sleep.
I love this. As soon as you talk to Zelda, she's very excited about something, and halfway through, she's excited about something else, and she just runs.
Yeah, this is the ADD Zelda that just runs all over the place. It's a great opening.
It's very lucky that important events happen every exactly 100 years.
It's almost as if the legend were cycling.
Well, it's always lucky that there's also a Link and a Zelda there readily available.
Do you think people, like, when there's a Link and a Zelda born, are like, man, some shit's about to go down? Like, they just know.
The first time they meet, they think we shouldn't have met.
Right.
Wow, a fruit! Usually only I get to eat it.
A mysterious swordsman dressed in black. Could it be Ralph?
Ah, but he was dressed in blue.
Ah, he's incognito.
He could not be incognito ever.
Yeah, right.
His mysterious sword, he just kept screaming Nehru.
The princess won. She's the only one playing the game.
Yeah, I would hope she would win. Then again, she is a princess. Maybe, like, I probably shouldn't piss off the royalty.
Right. She better win or I'll be on the chopping block tomorrow.
This is cute, though. There are the two obvious, beautiful gem things, and then there's this crappy little shield. And Zelda picks the shield.
It's so cute.
Well, because one, the thing in the middle is a rupee. She doesn't need money. Two, the thing on the left is a heart container. She's got protection. She doesn't really need that. And she's not doing any battle.
You'd think this game runner would be happy she's taking the bad prize because you keep the game going with good prizes. More people will show up. It's economics, come on.
And she only got the shield to give to us.
Yay! We got our first item.
You do have to place it to a button, like in the previous games, but still useful.
There's actually not a lot of selectable items in this game, so it's not too terrible switching stuff around.
Yeah. And also the game just feels more responsive in general.
And it puts the shield on A for you right away, so all of you deniers, here it is, right here.
It's now canonical.
Yes, it's canon now. Hey, it's the nose drippy kid.
Yeah, there's several reused characters, some of them from Wind Waker, some of them from other games. But Drippy Nose is from Wind Waker. This pair's interesting. They actually become story relevant at like the end of the game.
Mysterious from a faraway land.
I like the one on the right, her hair is poking out of her hood. She looks like a little mouse.
Then why are you staring at the bushes?
Didn't say I'm a good guard. It's a little odd. This is northern Hyrule Field. There's a Hyrule Field in between the town and the castle itself.
Mm-hmm. The world of this game is actually quite small, but there are a lot of ways to explore it, so it feels big.
It's got the Metroidvania slowly opening up new ways and shortcuts to get around.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that, immediately using the shield.
23 is number 1.
That's such a dumb excuse. Sorry, I keep hurting people because we do that when we talk.
He says as he continues to shoot nuts in his face.
Yeah, what the hell?
So sorry. Pfft. Why did we have to humanize that? Why did we have to now feel bad for him?
He didn't seem to have trouble once he got hit in the face himself.
Hey!
Yeah, I like this game also includes voice clips. Some of them also reused, like Link's voice is reused from Ocarina of Time.
Now, Link's sprite is going to change in a little bit, but I love the no hat look because he has the bed head from Wind Waker.
The three-pronged cowlick.
Right.
Like a chicken talon.
See you later, Gunkle. No, it's Gunkle with a lowercase g.
No, it's pronounced Gunkle. Glowy.
Ooh, it's the Picori sword. Yeah, so let's drag it out in the middle of the open here. I'm
a little confused by this, because we're giving him the sword that we have as a reward. It's just he also gets to poke the Picori sword too.
Yeah, let's just, we're gonna bring this thing out and look at it. This thing that we should probably lock away somewhere far away.
Uh-oh, Vadi.
Oh, he's not known yet. Nobody knows who this guy is.
He's so flowy. Oh no, he's the happy mask salesman.
Right.
Oh, maybe this is bad. Be gone.
I'm gonna walk slowly at him.
He has a weird point, but like, if he didn't announce it, nobody would be trying to stop him.
Yeah, why didn't he just walk up casually? Oh well, he's showing off.
Well, shit. Some legendary blade.
Yeah, right? It's made of aluminum or something. Gunkle, you want to do something here?
The hell would he know what to do?
Stand in front of her, obviously.
Yeah, use a shield. Block that nut. Oh, that's not a nut.
Well, we got a pretty good statue for the garden now.
Nothing fits better. It feels like only some of the smaller side games address that. Force isn't just like Triforce. There's a bunch of different forces. In Phantom Hourglass, it's life force. In this one, it's just force, like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. So no Ganon or Ganondorf here, guys.
It's all Vadi. Which is another way this feels fresher than others, because Ganon has nothing to do with this at all.
And I know he's the classic villain, but Ganon has kind of... I mean, there's only so much you could do with him, I think. I like having a new villain sometimes.
It really feels like if you twist Gunkle's hair, water would start coming out of his eyes.
Start spinning like a helicopter blade and he'd fly away.
Or spinning like a sprinkler.
Stop, we're spoiling the power-ups.
The Picori tales, if you will. Except for everyone.
Right, they're all talking about it. What do you mean?
I have a better idea. Let's send a child. Actually, that's pretty logical. What if one of our soldiers was really stupid?
Would the mind of a child work? It's nice that they moved the Zelda statue inside, too.
Yeah. Give her a nice placement. There's our sword. Like, it's not Smith as in blacksmith. His name is Smith. So it's both, I guess.
I'm Smith the Smith. It's kind of convenient.
If you get lost on the way that you're railroaded to. Oh, if only.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, world's not very big, as you can see.
Just like it's around 12 primary sections. They're decently large sections on their own, though.
Yeah, and there's a lot of depth because, as we'll discover later on, there are many ways to explore them. It's one of those games that actually makes going back to a section you've been to before not tedious.
Alright, so next time we'll head down to the Minish Woods, and I think we'll immediately head right into the first dungeon, because the game is nice and brisk.
Well, yeah, it's not that in-depth, but we are going to meet a love him or hate him character.
I don't know anyone who would love him.
Yeah, right.
It's a tolerate or hate him.
Yeah. Maybe ranks number 2 on the top most annoying sidekicks for Link, at least in my book.